Today's show is brought to you by Boscov's, where Pete Rose may be signing autographs, and then afterwards may be shopping there too. Cause let's be honest, y'all, that motherfucker needs some clothes. YouTube Nation, Main Event TV, aka Me TV, aka the most interesting man today. I say, look at this, look what they gave me, y'all. Look. I walked into the sports parlor, and Dos Equis people, all the women was like 4 women around me. They was like, drink Dos Equis, drink Dos Equis, drink Dos Equis. I'm like, seriously, look at this shit, look at it, look. It's like I'm in the Karate Kid Part 2 of this motherfucker. I'm telling you, look, I'm like the new H. Danielson. And you know dudes was on the side acting like Sato, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Hating real hard, talking about some, because they came as soon as I walked in the door. All right, as soon as I walked in the door, I didn't pay for a drink that night. All right, but let me say, as soon as I walked in the door, dudes was on the side. I've been here for a half hour. They ain't giving me shit. Look, player, don't be mad at me because your game ain't tight. Seriously, it's crazy, all right? And that's the problem right there. Because real talk real quick, all right? Before we even get into sports, real talk, all right? Let me say this now. When you at a club or you at a bar or a sports bar or whatever, you know, if all these women are around, you the dude in the corner like this, gritting on dudes. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Those who go to sports bars and the club, it's always that one dude sitting in the cut with his guns up. I need a gun to make sure I'm protected. Motherfuckers ain't even thinking about you. Seriously, if your life is that dangerous, stay the fuck home. Stay home. Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then on top of it, like I said, when we go out, when we step in, we here now. We here now. We here to have fun, and that's it. We ain't trying to hurt nobody, but you the motherfucker talking about something, oh, I need it for protection. Get the fuck out. Ain't no one even thinking about you, man. Ain't no one thinking about you. Seriously, the fuck is wrong with you dudes today? Seriously, what's wrong with you? Anyways. I want to thank those Sekis, all right? I want to thank them due to the fact, like I said, I didn't pay for anything that night. They surrounded me with women. As far as I'm concerned, they cool with me, man. They cool with me, all right? Now, with that being said also, I'd like to just give them a quick shout out. You know how it is. Because I want to give them my version of the most interesting man in the world today. All right? So y'all ready? Y'all ready? Check this out. Y'all ready? I normally don't drink, but when I do, I drink those Sekis. Stay thirsty, my friends. Oh, that's way too easy. Seriously, it's like I was on my Jet magazine shit. Y'all see this? Oh man, come on, it's way too easy. Come on, I'm telling you. Besides, anyways, we got a full show today, all right? Before I get started, I want to give a shout out. Man, I want to give a salute to my brothers out there, twins. And, you know, seriously, twins who did a tribute to me. Seriously, I loved it, guys. Oh, man, Nestle Show, let me tell you guys, keep doing your thing as well. I appreciate what you did. You look like you had fun doing the tribute, so it made it even more fun for me to watch. All right, it was funny for me, so it was great. I want to thank y'all for that. Also, now that we got that out the way, everything out the way, let's start last night. Last night, Phil's Mets. For those who didn't see 14 innings, 14 innings. Now, before I even get into the baseball, for those who don't know, Osama bin Laden has been killed, apparently, all right? And they already said that, you know, his body was already buried at sea, which says to me, what the fuck? I want to see the body first. I want to, you know what I mean? Yeah, the president did all that shit, but as far as I'm concerned, I want to see the shit. I want to see the shit as far as I'm concerned. And people in the stands in Philadelphia were like, USA, USA, USA. Now look, let me tell you something, all right? I had a problem with that. Not because he's dead or whatever, but people celebrating. I tell you this now. I understand 9/11 happened, and a lot of people were hurt, and people wanted revenge, and this, that, and third. For those who remember what happened on that day, because I remember very clearly. I remember what I was doing, what happened. I'll say this. For those who did not see the news that day, when the towers fell, all right, when them Siameses fell, let me tell y'all, all right, they showed what was going on over in that country, and they were celebrating the fact that both of those towers fell, right? Now, people came out and said, well, that's sickening. It's disgusting that they would even cheer for people dying. That's what people said in the media, on the street, everything. That's what they said. Last night, you guys showed the exact same characteristics. Just letting you know that. So you're hypocrites. I understand people are happy. You know, when I heard, I was like, good. And kept rolling. If you're going to celebrate in the streets, which is being shown all over the place today, you're no better than those you just judged a couple years ago. I'm just saying. Anyways, like I said, hopefully, and then I've seen all on the news this morning, people are saying, well, the troops are going to come back now. No, they're not. All right, what you understand, just because that guy, they found that guy and he killed that guy, seriously, a guy strapped to a gurney anyway, it's not over. It's not over. You know there's underbosses, you know there's other countries trying shit. It's not over. those troops are not coming home yet. Sorry, they're not. That's just reality. It's reality. Troops, be careful out there. Anyways, Phil's Mets. 14 innings of pure suck ass. That's right, 14 innings, and it was hilarious. Let me tell you guys now, because our bullpen isn't worth a fucking shit. Let me tell you now, all right? For those who did not see it, Hernan, yeah, I know his name's Hernan or Hernan, whatever. I'm not going to call him his real fucking name because of the fact he hasn't earned it. Kendrick, Baez, our bullpen is garbage. Our bullpen is horrible outside of Madsen and Contreras, who's on the DL, okay? Seriously. So, as far as I'm concerned, guys, you have to understand, you super Philly fans, understand reality. We have those aces, but they are not going to go 9 innings every time they step out on that plate. All right, we need some better relief. All right, and I understand it's still early in the season, so we can get those guys. All these guys that are injured, you know what? Have the injuries now so that it doesn't happen later in the season. I don't have a problem with that. All right, but understand this: if these guys can't do their fucking job, then bring in fucking Philly Bot.
Citizens Bank Park. The excitement continues now with Philly Bot, a robot constructed to throw out the first pitch by members of the University of Pennsylvania's Grass Lab.
Seriously, he pitches better already than our bullpen. Sign that robot to a deal. And I'll put it like this. For those who didn't see the Flyers game, oh my God, don't even get me. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, just don't even put the goalies in. Put in Phil the Can, the recycling trash can.
Thank you very much, oh Mr. Roboto, for doing what you got to, Mr. Wants to. And thank you very much, Mr. Roboto, for helping me escape to where I needed to. Thank you.
And speaking of goalies, for those who don't know, I went to the Flyers-Bruins playoff game, okay? Game 1 on Saturday. And let me say this, all right? Because I don't care who I offend right now. I really don't. Boston fans, you are so fucking classless. Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? You do not come into Philadelphia. You don't come into our stadium, and as soon as you score the first goal, you start getting up, yeah, and start pushing Philly fans. What the fuck is wrong with you? You start pushing random people, and then you expect them not to whip your ass? How does that work? You got your ass whipped all fucking game. There were so many fights, because you know how it is. If you can't win the game, you better win the fight, all right? Boston fans were getting yanked out of the stadium left and right. Philly fans are beating the shit out of them during the intermission. There was guys waiting. These 3 guys kept fucking with Philly fans. Even when we scored, they were like, yeah, like pity claps. And these guys are like 19, 20 years old, all right? Intermission came, there were 6 guys in the hallway waiting for him, right there at the entrance, waiting for him. Got their ass whipped. The security had to come, and like I said, it was constant. Like, even when the game was going on, there was constant fights. People are being pulled. It was crazy. All right, Boston fans, if you do not know how, you know what, just stay out of our city. Seriously, just stay out of our city for now on because you don't know how to fucking act. I will say, there was one Boston fan who was cool. One. And that's because he was drunk and he took it in stride. You know what I mean? He didn't even cheer for all the goals. He cheered until the game. He cheered when the game was over. He said, yeah, Boston. And that's all he did. Every time he walked by, people was like, boo, you know? And he was just like, yep, that's me. And he was cool about it. And then everyone was like, yeah, he's cool about it. So they didn't really get on much. All right? But the other guys kept inciting fights. And they kept getting their asses whipped. Seriously. Like I said, we didn't win the game, but we sure as hell won the fights. All right? And I'll tell you like this. Laviolette, I told the guys, my God, as much as I like Peter Laviolette, sometimes he has these mental lapses, all right? And I said this in, off season. What did I say? The number one thing we need is what? A number 1 goalie. We had a chance to get Niemi, we didn't get him. We had a chance to go get Hollis, we didn't get him. All right, we stayed with Leighton. And where's Leighton now? Nowhere. All right? Now, also understand this. Bush is a backup. That's all he is. He's a fucking backup. So we have 2 backups and a rookie goalie. That's not going to get the job done to win the Stanley Cup, guys. It's just not. All right, and the people who are responsible for this is Laviolette and Paul Holmgren. That front office needs to take some type of serious action. See, if somebody needs to, they need some type of repercussions for not going after the number 1 goalie. I'm not trying to hear, oh well, you know, if we can get him next year, this, that, and no, I'm not trying to hear that. You had a chance. You traded Gagne, one of our best players, one of Philly's most loved Flyers. You traded Gagne from to open up that cap space for it, and you got Matt Walker. Matt Walker, he's played fucking 15 games all season. What's wrong with you? All right, look, see, this is not working, Flyers. It's not. And you have a game tonight, and I swear you got to win this game. You have to be, cannot go down 2-0 against Boston. They are dirty as shit. They're cheap. For those who don't know, I was telling you guys on the fan page, while during the, since you guys don't see it, you know, the commercial breaks. Chara's taking swings at guys doing the face-off when we're setting up. It's still commercial, and he's taking swings at guys. They haven't even said shit to him. Like, this is how dirty this fucking team is. All right? And Boston fans keep coming in like last season. You came in and you sat here and said, oh, well, it's our team. Of course you're going to defend your team. It's your fucking home team. All right? But you are fucking dirty. You're pathetic. And I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. I hate you as fans. All right? Anyone who backs the Boston Bruins, and I'm talking about the generation of today, the old Boston Bruins, I actually liked. I can respect their history. I respect the hell out of their history. But this new generation of Bruins are dirty, and I don't respect them at all. If you're a hockey fan, you won't respect them either. You saw what they did to Montreal in the playoffs and in the regular season. Seriously, stop. And with this being said, we're going to move on to more NHL playoffs. For those who have not been watching, seriously, if you have not been watching a Canucks game, please watch the Vancouver Canucks. They are so physical. They know what they're doing. The other night, they lost in double overtime. Seriously, to the Predators. It was an amazing game. Very physical. Bodies are flying everywhere. It seems like when you're on the other side, like on the West, they let them play some hockey. All right? They let them play some hockey. I hate to say West. You know what I mean. Any other conference. They let those guys play hockey. They skate faster. They play harder. Over here in the East, they don't do much. It's very slow-paced, very organized, more set-up play. You know, those guys, like I said, 1-on-5 they'll shoot. And I hate to see that, too. I hate to see 1-on-5 shots, but hey, whatever. Those guys put in work. But with that being said, guys, the Red Wings lost to the Sharks. They up two games to nothing. Like I said, I really want to see Montreal beat Boston, but we know it's not going to happen. The Tampa Bay Lightning? I told y'all before, watch out for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Those guys they're just so strong on offense. They beat the Capitals 2 games now. Is it 2 games now? Beat them 2 games now. It's just crazy. All right, the Capitals have nothing for him. Ovechkin came in the clutch, but it wasn't enough. He came in to send into overtime, and then the Capitals gave up on him. You can't do it all, Ovechkin. You can't. Sorry, you can't lean on one guy. And same thing with the Flyers. You can't lean on Briere. All right, you just can't. Seriously, 7 goals, like I said, that's great for it's the most in the NHL playoffs right now by any player, but still, you can't lean on one guy. You can't. With that being said, let's move on. NFL draft. Now, I understand you guys. Before I get started, because I'm gonna get into the Eagles picks. You guys asked me about Cam Newton, guys. Cam Newton, look, I understand that people in North Carolina are happy that they got Cam Newton, but let me tell you something now. All right? You have, what's his name, Jimmy Clausen? He played 4 years in the system. 4 years. He's played 10 games all season. And you're already considering him a bust by getting Cam Newton. That's what you're doing. Cam Newton has the same makeup as, Jamarcus Russell and Vince Young. Can the kid learn? Yes, he can learn. But he is pretty much the same body type, the same type of athlete, the same type of football player. Vince Young wins football games, but as we know, Vince Young isn't that consistent. All right? We all know what happened to Jamarcus Russell. All right? I'm not wishing any type of ill will on him. But guys, I don't know why you're so happy. I really don't. I really don't. Like I said, especially when you just got this fucking kid. He played 10 games and you already consider him a bust. Seriously. I don't understand what Carolina's doing. I really don't. But it is what it is. Now, Eagles picks. All right? Eagles picks. Let's get into this real quick, guys. Let me get into this. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but that's some fucking hating shit. Whoever has that car alarm going on, that goes off all the time. Whoever's parked there like this in the morning, afternoon, it goes off all the time. And someone obviously at work and doesn't understand it. I don't know how they don't do it. But anyways, first round, pick number 23, Danny Watkins. He is an offensive guard. Now, we all know that you should have, well, we've said this before, you need to protect Vic. All right? Vic. God damn, that's hating. It's still going on. Anyways, you need to protect Vic. All right? I was a little upset with the first round pick because I really thought that we were going to get Jimmy Smith. All right? I really thought that, but whatever. Second round, we got Jaquan Jarrett from Temple. All right? He is a safety. Fine. All right? It's kind of hard to grade these picks at first. All right? Also, Curtis Marsh, cornerback. All right? All right? He has potential. All these guys have potential. They have potential. But if Andy Reid thinks that this is going to work like he tried to do last year, well, what did he say last year when I spoke about this? I said he can't expect these rookies to go out and all of a sudden play at their maximum potential because it exposes his downfall of coaching. All right? Now, we got Casey Matthews, which is Clay Matthews' brother. He's not as big as Clay. He's not as athletic, but he is smart enough to play this position. All right? He will be playing linebacker. We'll see what happens in the preseason. All right. Best pick. The best pick I think was 4th round was Alex Henry. He's the kicker. All right. Now this kid, for those who don't know, he has broken all types of NCAA records. He's the best kicker in NCAA football. Okay. This goes to tell you that they're back in their ass because they're thinking David Akers is going to leave. With this being said, David Akers has been offered a contract, but he has not signed it. Okay. Now with that being said, Deion Lewis, running back. I do not like this pick. I don't. They want to look to him for 3rd downs. For those who do not know, I have to say this now. All right. Brian Westbrook has been in contact with Andy Reid. He wants to come back as a 3rd down back. That's it. That's the only way he wants to come back. He's not trying to take over McCoy's spot. He's not going to. All right. To bring in a rookie, like I said, it just makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. All right. I think it's a bad pick. All right. We got another offensive guard from Iowa. Fine. All right. But still, he was a Hawkeye teammate of a defensive coordinator, Juan Castillo's son, Greg. So we all know where that's going. Whatever. And of course it says he can be a competent backup. See, not a starter position, a backup. Anyways, we got a center. Whatever. Not going to get into it, all right? It says, linebacker, Brian Roll, fine. Like, he's only 5'10", 230 pounds, but that's fine. Whatever. 7th round, Greg Lloyd from Connecticut. I think that's actually a pretty good pick. All right, of course, 7th round. I think that's sorry, I think that's going to be the steal, really. Running back from Hawaii, Stanley Havley. Actually, this guy, I think they're going to use him as a fullback, to be quite honest. Maybe I got the 2 running backs mixed up, but one is being used as a fullback. And I say this because we should know by now what's going to happen to Leonard Weaver. They don't know exactly if he's going to be better when he comes back. They don't know if it's going to affect his running in the future. That's what they're doing. All right? They need a 3rd round. They need a fullback. They really do. All right? Overall, what I'm reading here, G. Cobb gives the Eagles a B+. I give them a C-. All right? Because we don't know the potential yet. Yes, they picked spots that we needed. Like I said, our offense is fine. We needed protection for Vic, and we needed better defense. Now, even though these guys are being picked, let me say now, I was really looking forward to Jimmy Smith. I really was. But I understand you need a guard. That means a lot of these motherfuckers, they got to go. Seriously, they have to go. But like I said, Reed cannot expand. Fuck Andy Reid. What the fuck, man? Last season I told you stop wearing Hawaiian shirts. You bring your big ass out there in a fucking Hawaiian shirt again. You look like a fucking jungle. What the fuck is wrong with you? Stop wearing Hawaiian shirts. Is it a tradition or something? Wear a suit. Wear a suit. Something. Just Eagles, something. Merchandise, something. Please. Andy Reid, stop wearing Hawaiian shirts. Just saying. Now, with that being said, UFC 29. UFC 29. Oh, my God. I guess you guys, I'm not going to say nothing about UFC 29 other than you guys were right about Georges St-Pierre. I'm going to say that, all right? Unanimous decision. Jake Shields didn't bring his A game, but he didn't, Pierre didn't do anything. So, anyways, for those that haven't been watching, Pacquiao Mosley 360, before the fight, these little things, they try to do like, Showtime tried to do HBO 24/7, hasn't been effective. Hasn't. It's been boring. The only thing that's been good about it, actually, is Shane Mosley's wife. That's it. That's the only thing good about it. His son is a boxer too, but to be quite honest, I don't think he's that good, personally. That's just me personally, all right? I'm going to tell you on time. Okay, I'm on 11. I'm fine. All right, I'm still running. It's more past 11, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's get into more stuff because I want to talk about this. Ken Griffey Jr.'s son, all right? Let's say now. He's going to go into a combine. Apparently he runs like a 440, I don't know, some 40-yard dash. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We really will see what happens. Personally, I don't even give a shit right now. All right? But for those who've been watching the NBA playoffs, yeah, I know. All right? It's been bad. For those who watched Celtics Heat last night, Paul Pierce gets thrown out the game for trash talking. How do you get thrown out the game? He's setting the screen. He hits Wade, and they start trash talking. You don't throw a guy out for that. You don't throw a guy out for that. And thing is, Michael Wilbon comes out and says it at the end of the show, at the end of the game, he says, this is hurting the sport. This is what's going to hurt the playoffs if this keeps up, and that referee shouldn't be allowed to, to continue. Now, granted, I agree, the referee shouldn't be allowed to continue, if he's going to throw people out for that. But to say that this is hurting the playoffs, man, where have you been? Where have you been? There's been more than just that. But whatever. I'm so done with the NBA playoffs. I am happy. Spurs, you're frauds. You're frauds, Spurs. Thank you, Memphis Grizzlies. Thank you. Seriously. Orlando, you're frauds. Like I said, thank you. It was Atlanta Hawks. I knew you guys could do it. I didn't want to say anything last week about it. Thank you. Anyway. Anyways, the big story today. The New York Yankees, it seems like it's going around a lot as of late, has leaked information of season ticket holders on the internet. So now all their information has been compromised. If you're a Yankees fan, I don't understand how you can be happy about this, but whatever. Apparently they fucking attached a spreadsheet of all the people by accident. I don't know how you by accident attach a spreadsheet to an email and send it massively. Stop. Anyways, also for those who don't know, Manny Ramirez has been caught with steroids again. He tested positive for some type of substance, and now, like I said, I've been meaning to talk about this a couple weeks ago, but he's now considering retirement because they would suspend him for 100 games this season if he stayed. Yeah. All right. Now, I told you guys in LA, I understand you Dodger fans. Let me tell you something. We tried to tell you when you were in LA, don't get happy about Manny because he got caught with steroids. Stop cheering on a guy who cheats the game. And you put up fucking Manny Wood anyway. All right? Now, what's he? He goes to Tampa Bay and he does this shit again. Before it was, his excuse was, you know, apparently he was trying to get pregnant. I don't know. But now, there's not even no excuse. He's just going to quit. He's just going to quit because he doesn't want to sit out 100 games. Yeah. This is ridiculous. I'm sure if he retires now, you know, the 100 games, I'm sure he can come back whenever and decide, you know, to take it. It's ridiculous. This guy does not care about baseball. He doesn't. I don't understand how you can still be a fan of his if you are. As far as I'm concerned, you should take his jersey. If you can burn T.O.'s jersey, all right, and shun him for all his little antics, and he hasn't even cheated the game, all right, you should take Manny Ramirez's jersey and just throw it in the fucking fire, as far as I'm concerned. It's ridiculous, guys. Seriously. Anyways, let's get into this real quick because the show's getting ready to come to an end soon. I would like to say that, once again, my fucking spotlight athlete of the week goes to Brent Selleck for his charity work. Check this out.
These are the words that best describe Trey Richardson's nearly 9-year journey through life. His mother, Sabrina Harrison, says her pregnancy with Trey was a normal one until
I was watching the Super Bowl with my family. Go figure. I'm watching the Super Bowl and I thought, wow, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know what I ate, but this is the worst feeling ever. I don't know what I ate, but I'm not feeling well. And I didn't know. I was so, I guess, I call it immature, but it was just a lack of knowledge. I was in labor. I was in labor for hours and had no idea. So I stayed home in labor, and I endured labor until about 2 o'clock in the morning. I went to the bathroom and I was ready to come out. Trey was due May 18th. Trey was born on February 4th, 2002.
Trey weighed 3 pounds and 3 ounces and 19 inches long. His birth, 3 months before his due date, prevented full development.
They had to do an ultrasound on his brain, and they found that he had a level 2 brain bleed, which an adult is a stroke. I knew I couldn't hold him. I wanted to see him. Because I didn't know if he was going to make it. I didn't know.
1 year after his birth, Trey was diagnosed with cerebral palsy.
I had always raised money for the market. I just always did. When Trey was born, it became personal. I took Trey on walks with me when he was in a wheelchair. I remember 1 year, we had to rent a wheelchair in order to walk for the March of Dimes. And I said, I don't care what we have to do, we're going to do this walk. And he said, we're going to do it for the babies? He didn't realize it was for him too.
You would think that a near-death experience would slow Trey down, maybe even be down on himself. And it can.
What's your name? Trey? Alright. So you a big football fan?
Yeah.
What's your favorite position? Who's your favorite player in the team? Mike Vick? Oh man, I wish I could show you some of the things the quarterback does, but I can't show you anything Mike does. He's too good.
Trey is full of life. This was clearly evident during his meeting with Philadelphia Eagles tight end Brent Selleck. You could tell there was an instant connection between the two.
See, this is how Mike throws it. He puts his hands like that on the laces. There you go.
Go on! Okay! Let's rock!
You're making me run.
Whether on the practice field
Yeah, show me that dance again.
Okay.
or in the locker room.
This is my Vic's locker, man.
Vic's locker.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Where's yours?
I'll take you mine right now.
The two were inseparable.
Mine's messy though, man.
It was a moment that Trey clearly will never forget.
Let's see it. Touchdown, Trey. Yeah. Good job, buddy.
Trey is more than a hero. He's also a winner in every sense of the word.
For everything he can't do, there's something he does even better. So he's an awesome, awesome kid, and he gives me inspiration every single day, every day. I tell him he's my hero every day. I quit for lesser things than not knowing how to walk. I quit on all kinds of things, like just life. I quit. I don't want to do this. It's too hard. There's too many obstacles. And every day he's like, it's hard for me to do this, but I'm going to do it. It's hard for me to make friends, but I'm going to make friends. It's hard for me to get from A to B, but I'm going to get to B, and I'm going to celebrate when I get there. So he's my hero.
So if you have an athlete in your city that's been doing charity work, please, by all means, send it to me so I can give them the right respect. Also, before the show ends, I want to say thank you guys for watching. Also, before I end this, all right, David Stern, more NBA news. David Stern has decided to change the rules possibly next year, all right, to international rules when it comes to goaltending. That means that shots that roll around the rim can now be swatted away. Yes, now I understand it works for international rules because those guys aren't so tall, but this is the NBA we're talking about, where everyone's a fucking giant and everyone's athletic. It does not work. It will hurt the game. David Stern, you suck. You suck. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. Have fun, y'all. I'm out.